fucking kidding me, dude?
My heart. My heart.
Even if we do care about them, sending support like that is tough if it's a lot of money.
Do it in my job.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay away.
What is going on? What is going on? How are my peeps? What's up? What's up? It is Takeover Tuesday. I'm not muted, right? Okay, cool. Because, yeah, you know me. I will do that. Okay, listen. Don't be mad at me. I ended up working late because I was working on a video that I'm doing. But, so I have not completed watching this show. But I got through the first, like most of it, like 2/3 of it. So I really don't know how it ended, although Jen finished watching it and she mentioned some stuff that I didn't see, and I do have it on right here. But I do have some not pics, but I've got some people, you know, the little stills that I put in the front, and I can talk about at least the first 2/3 of it. So though the blanks that I don't have, you guys fill them in for me and we can discuss it. You can put me down with anything that I don't cover, and that way I'll be caught up through you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You know that. I know y'all have my back. If I don't see something, I know you see it, and I know Jen sees it. And speaking of which, I think we got Vegan Knowledge coming on in.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How art thou?
Good.
I'm good.
I'm excited, and I like the new.
Like we don't live in the
the
same
new
house, right?
set, right? I know. That's why we don't sit in the same camera. It makes it look real.
I stole the pic off of Google of the before the 90 days.
Oh, that's nice. It's nice and bright.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let's get it started. I want to go ahead and thank. Let's see. Hold up.
We got
hold up.
school. Our favorite moderator, Buddha, and Dolly Bush in the house. I saw in the comments. And
what's up? Thank you, Buddha, for being the best moderator on
some
YouTube.
cool
Thank you, Dolly Bush.
chick named Veganology
is here. And yes, we have Old School from American Dream Trading. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Glad to have you.
There's my American Dream Trading face. I think it looks like when I do this, doesn't it look like it's my head?
Not quite.
I've got hands. This is American Dream Trading waving to everyone. Where did you find
okay, I already gave you a wrench, Old School. Okay, cool. Just
what do you need him to fix stuff over here? What's the wrench all about?
Aren't you funny? Yeah, we got a green challenge going on in the month of June over at ADT, trying to get as many green days as possible, which means you made money for that day. So far, I'm 50-50. I made money last Thursday and Friday, but these past 2 days, I have struggled just a little bit, but it was my own fault. I made money and then let a green trade go red, which means I had the money and I didn't take it while I had it.
That's why she doesn't come talk to me and say, because I'd be like, take it now.
I was greedy and tried to hold on and get more and more and more and ended up losing in the process. So you have to be careful when you do that, but that's what Coach trains us for. He got me to the point where I am actually making money. I love that. So if you've thought about trading, take your financial future in your own hands, because this is not like any job you've ever worked. Once you master this skill, you will have a skill for life that you can do until the day you die. Coach always says you can do this until they put you in the ground. It doesn't matter if you're 70, 80, 20, it doesn't matter. As long as you see that screen and you know what to do, you can make money in the stock market. And it's not, where is it going? Even when it crashes, it doesn't go anywhere. It's always there. People have been making money doing this for years. So if you ever have a situation where you're out of work or you want to retire, this is the way to do it. So again, the link will be in the description. I know Coach has offered anyone on this stream a free month if they want to come try it out. So feel free to go do that. I think it's only like $150 a month if you want to join the membership, but he will give you a free month just to test drive it and see if you can make some money. And I'll tell you what, I went on TikTok and found him and made money in a couple of days. That's how I knew he was good. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really know jack. So that right there sold me. And a lot of people that joined the group joined the same way I did. So he must be doing something right. So shout out to you, Old School, and thank you for supporting my brother. I appreciate you so much. Who else we got? Hold up, let me pull it up. We have got Buddha 1000. Thank you so much for supporting Jen's vegan.
I was gonna say,
Buddha's always over
look at
there.
all these challenges. We got the fruit challenge going on. You got the green challenge. Buddha's already on her fruits for 3 days now.
I'm sorry, Buddha, I didn't do it
2 days. But you didn't eat bad. You ate beans, right? Is that what it was?
I ate beans and rice, yeah, but I ate a bunch of fruit last night after the stream. I only had
fruit today.
And the only reason why I didn't, because we're out of fruit.
I just ordered cherries and watermelons and
yes,
all kinds of new fruit. So we'll have some, and we have plenty of bananas. LNT Motor. Does I say that right? Want to stop in and say, hey, preach, girl, I gotta go. Have fun. God bless ADT family.
All right, LNT Motor.
Thank you for joining.
Do I know you? LNT Motor? Is that Eric?
2 more subscribers for 110 if anybody wants to subscribe to Vegan Knowledge. You see, I slid that in there.
Yes, I do. And yes, she is almost at 110. Let's get her there, guys. Let's get her
Join ADT. I've been watching her from a distance, and I'm right there. I'm learning a little bit as I go. I join in the free YouTube sometimes, and I'm like, you know what? I see it happening, so it's definitely possible.
Thank you, LNT Motor, for supporting. And then we got, of course, Buddha 1000, Dolly Bush,
Dolly
Renee Revelinsky, Shonda, Shay J, Janetta, KT, you name it, and we got them over here. So thank you guys for always joining the stream. And Jason said he might spin through. So, and Eric Smoto spins through. I know David comes through. We got old school up in here. I know Farah has come through. Coach has even come through. So Portuguese Flying Stew, Lolo's been in here. So I love all you guys.
Old school said
Thank
beans and
all
rice
you
every day with some plantains. Oh, I gotta try plantains.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, we eat lentils and rice a lot. Let me put that on the screen. We eat lentils. What the hell is going on? Oh, okay. We eat lentils and rice a lot. It's very good for hormones and things like that, especially when you get a little bit, get a little bit of couple years under your belt. It helps with keeping you on a nice even keel. Lentils are so good for you. But yeah, man, so let's get into it. I didn't do any thumbnails, like I said, but I did create a couple of little stills of the people, so we can go ahead and get started talking about at least some of them, and you guys fill me in on the blanks. But let's start it out with Amanda and this is the first couple that we see, Amanda and Razvan. And man, who cried with this one?
I did. I definitely had some tears. I shed a tear,
man.
Yeah.
I shed a tear. So that broke my heart. Just hearing her story about her husband. I was like, damn. I think that's like one of the saddest backstories that they have ever put on there. I mean, I was ready to bawl. I'm like, damn, okay. And then the kids carrying him around in the box. Come on.
I thought that was so strange when she was on the way to the airport to meet the new guy, and they're sitting in the back seat when the sister was driving her, and they got the box between them. So she's like looking in the back at her husband's ashes in the box between her two kids while she's like, leaving the country
back there with you?
To go to Romania or wherever she's going. I said the wrong place, but I mean, to me, but I think you suggested that she's trying to fill a void in her sister too, because to me it was way too fast and a weird thing to be going to another country with these kids that just lost their father, like that whole thing, that whole change of I don't know. To me, it just I don't think I would ever do it. But people handle their grief in different ways. So whatever she needs to get through it.
You can kind of see, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments, but you can kind of see where she definitely is filling a void. She doesn't seem like the type that can be alone for any length of time. So, and I know she's not taking the kids because the aunt's meeting her at the airport to take the kids back home with her. But at least she's not forcing the kids on him right away. But this girl, she jumps on TikTok and immediately finds somebody else. She's afraid to be alone.
Mm-hmm. And, I think the husband said that, but I don't think that he thought that she would seek the other person out in this manner. But that's the first person, like you said, that may have given her attention, and then she took it and ran with it. Buddha said her story was so sad. I knew Amanda was gonna make everybody cry. And Shay J, hey, what's going on? She said, hey gals, I'm here but driving. Well, be safe.
Definitely be safe, Shay J. Welcome, sweetie. I appreciate you. Your ears must have been burning. You must have heard me call your name a few minutes ago. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, man. I'm telling you,
right. Huh? She said, yes, JJ. I don't think she can be alone. Roz is a cool man, but this ain't it. No, it is not. Did you hear what he said? Like when she's like, you want to be a dad to the kids? He's like, I want to be their friend. And he just didn't seem sure like he wanted that family life. I don't know, like you said, he's goofy. He can make them laugh, but I don't think he's ready for that. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he's a big kid, and I really think that I don't know that he knows all what he's in for and what she's after from him. Mm-hmm. I mean, because he is filling some big steps, and it's like I don't know that she prepared him for what she needs him to be.
Yeah.
And it's unfair of her to so soon go out into the dating world and put all these expectations on somebody, because right off the top, she's going to be comparing him to her husband.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to find him again in somebody else. That's not what you need to do right now. The sister Amber had it on point. Get into Amanda. Figure out what Amanda wants, just like who you were before you met your husband. Find her again and kind of chill on that, because all you're doing right now is trying to basically, one block came out, so you're trying to go around and pick up another block to put right in the hole without probably even really getting to know him. It's almost like she's trying to hire a husband.
With a player, though. I mean, he's doing films with other women. He's online doing these, like, he's not this family guy that she should have met around the corner at church or the corner bar or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I guess the bar wouldn't have been right. But, Buddha said, I don't want Amanda to trap Roz like Jessica trapped Juan from 90 Day Paradise. Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Dawn said the same thing. She locked him in.
She locked those legs around his waist and locked him in. Okay, baby. Hello, I'd like to have a baby. I'm sure you would. That's how you got your last husband, wasn't it?
Look, he seems so. He's like, I knocked it out one time and done. Yeah, good job. Now you've trapped yourself.
Yeah, no, that's what she wanted you to do. Like, she's extremely fertile.
Cruise
okay,
life
she's
over.
Got 2 of them already, and they're very bratty. I'm sorry, I cannot stand her kids.
Those kids are driving Dawn and Juan nuts.
You're being mean. What? She's just looking at you. You're being mean. I don't like milk. Oh my God, I don't eat that. It's like, listen,
I was cool with the milk thing.
You need to discipline your kids, man. And because you could tell he wants to discipline him, but you can tell he would be in for a world of shit if he did.
Did you see the new one yet? From the other night? I thought it was really sweet. I think he came off of what his anger was with them, and he realized that they just need some love. Because he was like, I have to continuously check in on them, because the one boy was feeling like he wasn't going to be loved when the new baby comes along. And I mean,
right.
This lady is dragging these kids everywhere, like in her life. They already share with the dad, and then they're back and forth. And then now she's taking them to another country, and there's this guy, Juan. Now she's having a baby. And I had to think about it too, because I was like, okay, these kids have no respect. But she's allowing it, to his point.
Yeah, she is. She needs to kind of step in there and maybe tighten the reins on it a little bit, because that's gonna grow up in them, and they're not gonna be good for any woman.
They need to be respectful,
because they're gonna be spoiled. Yeah, they're gonna be spoiled. They're gonna want a woman who treats them like their mom, and ain't nobody out here trying to cater to that attitude. You know what I mean? So hopefully, they want Juan being in their life will kind of maybe balance that out a little bit, because he was raised a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. And maybe once they get used to him, he gets used to them. He can kind of be that dad and kind of come in with the discipline, not the heavy hand type shit.
He doesn't seem like that type.
No. But just kind of get him in line a little bit, you know what I mean? So
I'm just not sure he's ready to give up his cruise ship days. That's the only problem.
I know, man.
Buddha, you're right. Like she trapped him.
The Brady Bunch. She did. I agree, Buddha. I totally agree. She had a kid by him. She got pregnant on purpose. I want a baby. Of course you do, because that's where you feel like you're going to lock him in. It didn't work the first time.
Dude.
Okay, where's their dad at?
I just am starting to feel like with these shows, and maybe I'm way off the base with this, but whenever I see the nicer looking couples, I start to think, are they just trying to grow like their Instagram or following or some kind of business or modeling career? Like, look at these two here, this Amanda and Razvan. Although she, her story is obviously, I do believe she's trying to seek out love because of what happened, but I'm like,
well, he is a model,
right?
Yeah. So he's a nice looking dude, he's a nice looking dude, and she's nice. She's sweet. So it's like,
it could be a whole career in just being on reality shows, because then they get, all the different shows. We see the ones that jump from one to one. So, but I'll get right up in the drama and watch them. It's okay with me if it's a show.
I'm here for it.
I watch unreality shows too.
So I don't know. I don't know that this guy's ready for all of that, but I guess we'll see later on down the line how this plays out. It is episode 1, so we got a lot going on.
We even liked what's his name in episode 1, Debbie's boy.
Who? Osama.
I love it.
We liked Osama in episode 1.
She's on the pillow talk. I love that.
Let's see. We got the wrong thing.
I'll take that. All right. Look at her plugging the Meatless Monday.
Meatless Monday, baby. All right. They're back. Gino and Jasmine were on the last season of Before the 90 Days. The last time Before the 90 Days was on, it was Gino and Jasmine, wasn't it? Yeah, and Mike and Jimena.
Mm-hmm.
It was Gino, Jasmine, Mike and Jimena. I think Hamza and Memphis.
That's who it was. I could not think of who was on that season. You are good. You have a good memory.
Yeah.
I don't even have a memory. Like, it was funny just when we were talking about Juan and her getting pregnant. I totally forgot by the next episode. I was like, oh, he's not going to stay with her. And you're like, they're having a baby together. And I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot. I did see that. Yeah, and I'm half asleep watching these shows.
Right.
Buddha's got a comment. I also don't like how Amanda is trying to tell Roz how to handle his business. When you meet him, he was a model and will always be a model, actor, singer. Yeah, people get in and try to change people.
She's jealous. She's jealous because he gets a lot of attention, and he's going to get a lot of attention. Just like you met him on TikTok, there are other women and people who are going to meet him on TikTok. And, the guy's a model. He's attractive. He's going to bring in female attention. So you had better get used to that because, see, she's already imposing marital values and rules on this guy, and she's not even locked him in yet.
Right. So
he better run or at least have her pump her brakes and say, hey, listen, we're not going there. We're dating right now. I'm not your husband. I'm not trying to be your husband yet. Okay, what I'm getting into too, because this is my life and I'm going to continue to live my life. So if you want to be a part of that, let's do this. But if you don't, I'm not going to totally switch my shit up just because you need me to fit this idea of what you have that you want me to be. That ain't happening. And hopefully he's not too much of a goofball to lay that out there for her like that.
Yeah.
And it's too nice like Juan, because Jessica scoped out that Juan was a nice guy. Juan's a player a little bit, but Juan's a nice guy. He won't tell you no, okay? And she knows that. She scoped that out. That's why she got pregnant and roped him in, because she can kind of manipulate him a little bit. But, hopefully this guy will put her straight, and then she can either get out of the relationship because he's not ready for it, or she can kind of slow her roll and take it a little slow with him,
This made me remember how weird of a couple these two are, and how I hate how Jasmine speaks to him, and I hate Gino is just so the whole thing, like Buddha said, Gino needs to pay for a lawyer to get his paperwork straight. If he's already paying $1,500 for hair and $3,000 for an apartment, which is crazy, an apartment for her to live next to her ex. Oh man,
she lives in Panama.
Apparently, we're
going to Panama. Panama. I can't stand the way he says Panama. Gino's trying to step his game up a little bit. He's got better hats and better shirts.
I got new shorts, he says.
And Jasmine, good God almighty, her lips are like this big. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Jasmine, come on, girl. Stop getting Botox in those lips, girl.
I know. She's gonna alter her whole look. She doesn't even look the same as she did before.
Don't pull a Darcy and Stacy, because they completely messed up their grills. Okay,
they look weird.
They look like freaking Gumby, or they look like toys or something that you played with. Like, remember those Brat dolls back in the day?
They do. I've said this before. like when we look back on history right now in a couple of years, all the women are going to look exactly the same, especially the famous ones with like it's starting to turn into aliens. Like
Right.
maybe that's where that
They
came
kinda
from.
look
We
like
were seeing the
aliens.
future. We're all like the Botox is going to make our big top of our head, small chin, because everybody wants to like have a nice small chin,
So what do
small
you guys
nose.
think
Oh my
about
gosh, we're
Jasmine
turning
trying to
into aliens.
get a new poo-poo? What you think about that, John? She's trying
I
to get it
think
tightened up.
I can't even. I don't think that's the problem, my friend, Jasmine. I think it's Gino. I don't think you can get a new one and it's going to make a difference. He's like, we fight a lot, and it's the emotional part of it. And some reason, I kind of believe him in that sense. Like, I don't think he can get it
At one
together.
point, I thought he might have had a little
Yeah.
sugar in his tank.
I
But
still do.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. He does kind of seem like that, but I think Jasmine could turn anybody off. She's cute, but she's got an attitude that makes her extremely ugly.
I thought that when he sent that picture to his ex, that the reason she continues to stay with him is to to keep getting on him for doing that. Like she's almost like,
Yeah,
I'm
she's
gonna
bringing
stay
her
with
ex
you
to
to
the picture.
badger you and be mean because you did that. I'm like, even if she wanted to leave him, she's like, no, you're stuck with me now. Buy me hair, do this, buy me an apartment.
Yep.
And she's like, I'm
I
only
think she's
here
doing
if I'm
that.
going to be here one more month. I want the best or whatever. And I'm
Well,
like,
here's the thing. I thought he had started standing up to her. Remember the last season they were on, he started kind of coming back at her a little bit and kind of
she put a stop to that.
face. But I don't know what's going on now because she's back to being the same bitchy self and he's back to taking it. So
Right.
I don't know what is going. I mean, you know what I mean? And he won't have sex with her. It's like, listen, dude, if she turns you off that much that you can't have sex with her, that means it's time to move on. That means maybe it might not be there for you two anymore. Okay? Because if you can't like hook up with her because you just don't like her like that anymore, then you need to cut the apron strings and let her go.
Do you think he's done the paperwork right?
Nope.
Okay.
I think he's faking it. I don't think he filed shit.
Really? Oh, you don't even think he filed it? I thought maybe he just messed it up on purpose.
The pandemic was 3 years ago. It don't take that long.
Right. We've seen other people
takes
already
long.
come over and then get a divorce by now.
Right. I think he's dragging it. It can take a while. Don't get me wrong. But for some reason, I think in Gino's case, I think he's dragging it out. I don't think Gino filed that thing.
Who knows? He's not definitely. He might be scared to tell her no. Buddha said the ex is nice looking, but you notice Jasmine said they ended the relationship because Dane, her ex, likes peace. Yeah, I think it's useless. Jasmine can't stop arguing. Won't be able to satisfy. Yep.
And Gino is not an arguer. He's not into that. So, but yeah, you're right. She is fully taking advantage of him, and she knows that she's always going to kind of come out on top with Gino because he just wants this pretty woman on his arm. You know what I mean? He wants that trophy wife. So that was where his mistake was. You know what I mean? He continued to put up with her bullshit, so she's going to keep giving it to him. You know? So episode 1, there's our Gino and Jasmine summary. We'll see what happens with them.
Look, we have to watch them again. It's crazy.
Man. When he went and bought them, you guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section about the extensions. Oh my God.
I thought he was getting them at first. They made us think that.
He tells the woman, you know what? I think I'll only get one of these, you know? And then he goes to tell Jasmine. Jasmine's like, no, I want all 3. End of conversation.
She's so mean.
End of conversation. And he
like
took
it's her
that.
little boy.
I mean, he I hate to put it this way. You get what you deserve, right? Nobody deserves anybody to talk to them or treat them like that. But if you keep allowing it, that's what's going to happen. You're a grown-ass man. Tell her, no, I'm not spending my money on that. I said I'd get one. Deal with that. What the hell? I want all of them. No, I want all of them. I'll get a couple. I'm not getting all of them. We gotta have to compromise.
And now she's got the thing, well, you made me lose my job, so I can't buy them myself.
But, pardon me, wasn't all of this like 3 years ago?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we know we're behind the 8 ball on that. That the stuff is filmed and they go to the tell-all. All the tell-all's probably already filmed already.
Welcome,
you know what I mean?
Renee Revelinsky.
Renee Revelinsky, welcome, sweetheart. How you doing? Glad to see you. Welcome to a Tuesday takeover. Just sitting here talking about Gino and Jasmine's crazy ass. It's like I could have done without them this season. I'm already tired of Gino and Jasmine.
Definitely.
Been there, done that. It's like, come on, get a new couple. You know what I mean?
And then he looks like he gets. Did you see the little preview where he looks like he was about to come at her? But I can imagine she would drive him to that.
He started kind of coming at her some kind of way, and she ended up crying because he walked off on her. Remember that, y'all?
Yep.
I think we covered that. He kicked the chair off to the side and walked away from her, and she chased after him and kind of sat down and started crying, saying, I know I got an attitude problem and I don't mean to push you away. I love you. He kind of backed off of her and was like, okay, you know what? Hell with this. I don't need this shit. And she came off of it. So he needs to continue that. Remember when he said, I remember editing a video with them where he said, you know, when she had the party and she didn't invite him there. And it was the party that she was getting from her ex, getting over her ex, and she had just finalized her divorce. And she had the stripper with his ding ding all in her face. And
she was like,
they showed him the videos of it. Like, why? And he said, okay, so if I had a hooker or some kind of exotic dancer in my face, how would you have felt? Knowing how jealous she is, how would you feel? So, yeah, she needs to kind of chill with that shit. Gino and Jasmine, not looking forward to it.
Not at all.
Okay, so we got Riley and Violet.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. Okay, so this is a little bit of a weird couple, and I say weird in the fact that, you know, they're, you know, this guy, he's an ex-military guy. He has had some bad luck in love, man. The first chick he was dating, well, he was serious with. And first of all, let's think about his job in the military.
The closet guy, right?
Yes, it's his job to think of the craziest thing that could possibly happen and then help them prepare for it. So, and come up with solutions for it. So it's his idea. Our brain automatically, naturally goes to the negative anyway. There's a defense mechanism to prepare us, right? But we all know that sometimes the mind can take it too far, and then you're all of a sudden you're negative and you're always focused on negative and you're living in fear. Well, this guy kind of is bordering on that, but I guess he's learned how to regulate it for his job, but it spills over into his love life apparently. But he's already had situations where he's not trusting women because of shit that's happened. The first chick had a guy in the closet. Okay. The second chick straight up just ghosted him, just left and never came back. So
almost like he's so paranoid that he's making weird stuff happen, right?
Right. You know,
but now I'm seeing the third person that he chose, and now all of a sudden he starts talking about the red flags, and it's like, are you doing it again?
It's like, are you fulfilling that self-fulfilling prophecy of it's not going to work?
At least he's FaceTimed her. I know I'm getting ahead of ourselves now.
Yeah, he's FaceTimed her. So it's like, you know, at least
he's not a catfish.
Yeah, at least he's talking to her, and you know, the little finger thing that they give each other, it's kind of cute, but
yeah.
You know, that relationship is giving me weird. I don't see them. For some reason, I don't see them getting along. Maybe they will. I don't know. But, you know, after what he's just been through, yeah, it's a wonder.
I don't understand why Violet would hide that she is in a process of a divorce, but for some reason, I think Riley will push her away.
I didn't know that. Okay, fill me in. So she's in the
Yeah.
process of a divorce, huh?
Well,
Wow.
she's
She's
divorced
hiding it.
now, I think, but he was telling the two friends when he met them at the little Juneteenth art celebration, or they were talking. It's like his best friend and his best friend's wife, and he said, yeah, I'm going over there to meet her. And they were like, are you sure this is a good idea? The whole quote unquote thing where the friends are trying to talk him, looking at him like, okay, so you're going to another country to get married. And they're never really truly happy for him. And then he says, yeah, I mean, I love her and this and that. And then he goes, now there was the time when we first got together that she didn't tell me that she was getting divorced.
He said that?
Yeah, like she didn't say, she told him she was already divorced, but she was in the process of it. Then he found that it was final, if I'm not mistaken on that.
Okay.
Oh, Buddha said she loves that Riley can speak Vietnamese, though. I can too. Oh,
He
really?
can.
Dolly said he's paranoid.
And you know why? Blame it on the day job. He's trained to bait. It's his job to be paranoid. When you really think about it, think about the worst thing that can possibly happen, and then let's come up with solutions to prepare for it. That's where his mind goes because it's muscle memory. He is forced to think in a paranoid state of mind, like, what can happen? What can happen? That's what he gets paid to do, and that's crazy because now I don't know that I would want a job like that because it's, unless you get really good at separating, and apparently he is not, you're going to be having that spill over into your regular life and you're going to be paranoid about everything. That's probably why he's the common denominator here in these relationships. So chances are he's the reason they're not working out.
Holding on a little too tight. Is that why they're moving the other way? And I'm just thinking, though, if I was paranoid and I just had somebody cheat on me and ghost me, I'm not sure that I'd pick somebody that was millions of miles away from me that I couldn't keep an eye on. I mean, if he really is paranoid.
Right.
What's he got, like secret agents over there watching who she's getting?
Maybe he needs to just hang out with Mishu or the dog, whatever the dog's name is. Oh my goodness. All right. So who is next?
Dolly gave you some laughy faces.
Okay, so this poor guy right here, man.
Oh man, I like him so much. He's such a good guy. I'm so sad.
Tyree, man. What happened? Because she does not exist.
I just want to give him a
hug. Big teddy bear, right? This is Camilla, the catfish picture that was used to ghost this young man, Tyree, and I feel bad because, he's taking care of the mother.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
I think
you know what I mean?
Somewhere in his mind, he knew that this might be the case, but he used it for what it's worth because he's in a bad situation. He's got no social life, and this gave him some kind of hope and got him through what was going on. So
gave him something to aim for. But yeah, I feel bad about that. But what do you guys think about the fact that he talked to this girl for how many years?
I couldn't
like
believe
2
it.
years?
4.
And 4 years and
not 2
FaceTime.
months, not 2 years, 4 years and never FaceTime. Then he was like, I asked her once and she didn't seem to want to do it. Like, well, you need to ask her again or again.
Like for real.
You need to call her.
It's giving me that chick that dated the guy. I don't know what his name was now, Chris or something like that, and the daughter and the son. Yeah, Williams was trying to get her. I'm going to London to fly to come see you, but I need to know the airport. I need to know the airport that I'm going. He wouldn't give her any information. Red flag.
Buddha said Tyree ignores red flags, and Dolly said poor Tyree. Yes, that was so sad. I mean, so apparently,
what's up with the ukulele?
I was like, he picked the smallest instrument as the biggest guy.
Guy walking by in a red sweater and a blue hat. Look, that ukulele made him look bigger.
Right. Like
he didn't even have a full-size guitar. It's like, dude,
cello
you're already kind of big. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm only kidding. No. But he's a cool
He
dude. I
was.
feel bad
He
for the
seems
mom.
like to have a
though.
nice outlook on life, and then they show the preview where he's gonna try to meet the person after he knows it's a
Why
guy.
does he want to meet this man?
Maybe he
Anybody
really
in the
got. I
comments
think
know?
he got close to him, and like he's like, okay, whoever I was talking to has been there for me and has really been a big part of my life. So I want to see who it is. That's what I'm thinking. I've seen it happen on Catfish before.
What has he sent this dude any money? Do we know?
Oh yeah, I bet.
How much?
I don't know though, because he did say he quit his job. So I guarantee
Okay.
there's. I mean, why else would the person be holding on to him though?
True.
You know,
right.
he's got to be getting something out of it, unless it's just a sick joke for 4 years. So, like, that's even worse. I wouldn't even want to meet him at this point. Like,
It's like, look, I'm gonna text this dude again. He think I'm this chick, yo. I'm like, for 4 years, but you know, it could be a dude, but he could be texting for somebody else.
Yeah.
That's maybe scared to text. You know
I was
what I mean?
hoping it was just some lady that didn't like how she looked, and at least if he's not a gay man, then you know maybe he's gonna turn him gay. Like, okay,
is he open?
I'm in love with you. I don't care what race you are, what you know, religion or
I love you, man.
What gender.
You tugged at my heartstrings. You understand? You get me.
Failed foster dog mom. Welcome to the stream. That's the name of the failed foster dog mom. Evening, late to the live. I need to adopt a son like Tyree. Does anyone remember Izzy from Hawaii? He was big and played a ukulele. I'm trying to think. Izzy.
I don't.
I gotta remember. I bet I know who that is now.
Izzy.
Dolly said, I'm glad.
Is he somebody you remember?
To Izzy. I'm glad Tyree found out before he just jumped on a plane. Yes, yeah. I agree. And then
definitely.
I read that it was in 2 separate messages. I thought Dolly was saying she just jumped on a plane. I'm like, where are you going? Buddha said 150 to $220 or $200, he says. Oh, okay. So that is kind of strange, like why they would continue to talk with him all that time. Maybe they were falling for him too.
What? That's what he sent?
That's what she's saying, I think.
That's all? Wow, yeah.
Unless that's a lot of money in that country or something, like it gave them a year's worth of rent.
Yeah, that's pretty strange. It could just be somebody who's lonely.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It might be an old man who's lonely and bored, and Tyree gave him somebody to talk to too. But that's weird that he would come on. You know what I mean? If that's the case, then why not just talk to the dude and be straight up?
Is he
for the money?
Izzy was one of Izzy's hits was a version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Oh, Izzy, but he wasn't like a 90-day fiance person. Was he on wait a minute, I need some. Does anyone remember Izzy from Hawaii? I'm trying to think what show was he on? Was he on one of the like talent shows? Why am I forgetting who this was? Dolly said my phone is skipping mid-sentence. Oh, okay. Buddha said he was sending only that much because he told her he was broke, which it seems like he probably is.
Yeah, he's spending he's not working, but I guess whatever is coming in, he's spending on his mom, taking care of her. So, wow, that's just a wild situation. I'm curious to see how that plays out. Do we know if he's going to remain on the show? Because I remember the producers asking, you know,
yeah,
I mean, they're going to show him going over there, right?
It sounded like he didn't, like they were saying, do you not want to even show any of this footage? Like, yeah, they were going to just take it out because I guess it was so like embarrassing.
90-Day Fiance meets Catfish. Wow. That's crazy. It's like, well, his story's over with quick.
Failed foster dog mom said he was a popular singer in Hawaii, made millions, which will be good for the Catfish Carmela. Okay, I'm going to check that out. Wow. Buddha said, yes, he is. His friends are going to dig further into the situation. So he's going to stay on Buddha said too. Interesting. I'm gonna look that up. Failed foster dog mom. I guess I should call you something shorter.
Okay, so I thought I did a picture of David and Sheila, but I don't see that it registered on here. So let's talk about David and Sheila. The guy who the deaf guy. I think that's pretty interesting that 90 Day Fiancé has somebody on there that's deaf. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, hearing impaired, and the interesting way they cut the sound out when we were listening to
When
his
it first
part.
came
I thought
in,
it was
I
cool
love that
how
part.
it gave us his view of the world or how he perceives it.
How
you
he
know,
would
and
perceive it,
that
yeah.
was pretty cool. And I think that I don't know, like he met her on a app that was like people that were hearing impaired, but she has like some hearing and can talk, and he's not able to speak. So, and I think it seems to me like it's going to work out.
His first girlfriend left him. She cheated on him. But this girl, I think, is probably good for him.
Yeah.
You know, but he's been that way since he's been born that way. And then they sent him away to a boarding school for deaf people. And he didn't, he stayed there all the way till he was 20 years old. And then he came out and had to adjust to the real world. And he said it was frustrating for him. So he met another deaf girl, but then she ended up cheating on him. And now he's met Sheila. So hopefully things work out with them. But see, I don't see them with anything for the visually impaired, because while it's cool that they have him on there, it's kind of frustrating because somebody like me, what if I was completely blind? I wouldn't have known anything that was going on. You know what I mean?
I think they should have someone reading the captions like they used to, like we were talking
Yeah,
about
have
with
a voiceover.
A voiceover, yeah. And because
They're
it is
making money.
difficult. I watch how if I'm not awake, like you have to stop it and get closer.
I gotta
to
stop it and
each
pause
word.
it and look, you
I
know,
wonder if
get
they have
into the TV
something.
screen and read what they're saying. And like every time it's like I gotta watch and see when the words change so that I can pause it again and read it again. I mean, it'd just be so much easier if they had somebody reading it. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
especially on the parts that we watched, like how Lydia.
I wouldn't have even known there was
Lydia
a deaf
doesn't
guy on
speak
there.
English, so right. Yeah, that's
You
a good
know?
point. Yep. And
So
so they need to really. I wonder if our TV has something built in where you could select, like you can on a computer,
like a
to have it
closed
read the
caption
caption.
that it
We'll have
reads
to
or
check
something.
that. I like how they came across each other. Buddha said, failed foster dog mom said, diversity. Deaf people watch 90 Day from Anya's mom. Okay, I forgot about that. And Rap God Reloaded, welcome.
Welcome, RGR. How you doing, bud?
He said, being cheated on can make anyone stronger depending on how they overcame the adversity. And Buddha said, welcome. Yes.
Yes,
that's
definitely.
true.
It takes a strong person to move on after you've been cheated on, or you know what I mean, or like the first girl, Amanda, the death of her husband. I applaud both of them kind of getting back on the horse and getting moving, but you also have to make sure that you're in a right frame of mind to get into a new relationship. And a lot of times these 90 Day Fiancé people aren't there. Like, I hope this guy is the man of her dreams. Amanda her dreams.
A lot of times I see why they're
but
not in relationships, both this and the other shows.
Like Gino, it's easy for me to see why Gino would have done this and why he's not in a relationship. Gino is off the chain. He's a different breed. And so is Jasmine. Jasmine is a lot to handle, and those two don't add up. So honestly, and Gino also kind of clued us in, guys. Think about it. He said that, we applied for the paperwork, but, Jasmine argues with me a lot and it turns me off. So I don't know our future. Why? Gino, think about it. Gino's a smart guy. Actually, Gino is an investor. Once
And then
again,
he just got a new job to be able to support her. Can you believe
join
this?
ADT if you're trying to learn how to trade. But Gino is an investor. That's why he's got so much money stocked away.
So you think so he could use this little
He's a
bit of
smart
money
guy.
he's making instead of using his savings is probably what he's doing. He's like, I'll just get another job. And now she's mad because he can't talk to her as much. Did you hear that?
Right. Yeah. I heard that because he's like, yeah, at one point I used to be able to talk to her all day. No, I can't.
Hope it's not like Chris and Jamie. Hope he don't get fired. Remember they took her phone away or something?
I can't talk to you while I'm working. I mean,
I'm not gonna lose my job for nobody.
But I can't talk to you while I'm working. Okay? I mean, it's just, I can't do both. You want me to go ahead and send you money, but yet you don't want me to work.
Yeah, Jamie says the money's not important. It was so weird. Let's not even revisit that. I have gray hair because of them.
Oh my goodness. Who else? Did they show anybody? Because don't they have a couple of couples that they didn't show?
Yeah. Was that all of them? I think maybe that's all we met so far.
I think this is all we've met so far.
It's going to be a crazy season from what we see on the previews.
Yes. I am looking forward to it. Oh, look, what do you guys think about the Pillow Talk? I don't know if any of you watch Pillow Talk, but what do you think? You know, Debbie's on there.
The drive-up house.
The drive-up house.
Yeah.
Why do they keep separating Kenny and Armand?
Speaking of that, I thought it was funny how Debbie was like when Jasmine was in the surgery or going to talk to the doctor. She's like, I've never heard of that. And then Shida was like, you don't need a 20-year-old's with JJ.
Hey, let me ask you guys in the question. How old is Kenny? Isn't Kenny 65 years old? We were trying to figure this out last night.
I never did look that up.
I think Kenny is 65 years old. He looks damn good. He looks way better than He looks like he could be Debbie's son. That's kind of borderline creepy because I kept thinking, I was laughing about them. You know, I'm like, oh, they get along so well. And she was flirting with him, but I forgot she can flirt with him because he's only 2 years younger than her.
Buddha said they've got a woman couple who, and a woman who wants, and who has a 49-year-old virgin. Right. I remember now.
Right.
The preview, but we didn't see them actually, their story, I don't think. Buddha said she thought he was 57 or 58. Renee said, I didn't watch Pillar Talk, but I'm all set for the ultimatum soon.
I know. I can't wait. Oh my God. We're going to have the second group of episodes of that. I think they're doing it in threes, they said. They're going to do like another 4 or 5 episodes and then another 4 or 5, I think.
Renee said he does have a good 25 to 30 years on Armando. So you're right. Yeah, and I think he's in his, late 20s? Or no,
or
late
early
30s.
Late 30s, I think.
Early,
that's why I thought he was like in his 60s because I kind of remember freaking out that he was that old.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's in a different age group, the way he carries himself, too. And she's over there with that fan. Shay J said, hey, I finally made it home. Good. Does anyone know what the current status is for Molly and her, Molly and
Kelly?
Cynthia? And her and Cynthia. Oh, you mean Molly and Kelly that aren't together anymore? And is Cynthia the friend that was they were business partners? Last I knew, her daughter was in jail, Buddha said. Oh, wow.
Molly's daughter? Her older daughter? Which does not surprise me. Well, obviously, because the younger one is too young. She's still pretty young. But the older one, that doesn't surprise me because she
was a little rebellious.
She was rebellious when she was living at home with Molly and always bucking up against her. And she went her own way real quick when what's his name was there. You know what I mean? She rolled out.
because they had the bra business. So Buddha said they split the business, and Cynthia's got her own business now. Renee said that was so sad. I really like Molly and Kelly, her ex. Yeah, I think
did too.
Molly ended that one. I don't think it was Kelly, and from what I heard, because she just wasn't happy or something.
Didn't want the pressure, or I think she felt like she was keeping him from having children and all of that,
Yeah.
and she didn't want that kind of pressure, and maybe she just wasn't as into him as she was with Luis. You know what I mean?
Just like she didn't want to settle down, I think is what happened. Like she was working a lot, and
Yep.
he wanted more of her time, and then the whole not having kids thing, I think it all just kind of spiraled from there. But then her and the business partner,
I didn't know
had
that.
this big issue. I don't know exactly what happened, but I heard something about it, and I heard they were in a court battle. Renee
Over the
Revelinsky,
company?
Molly, and Kelly aren't together no more, Buddha said, especially after that fight between Kelly and Molly's daughter. Oh, wow.
Wow, wait a minute. Hold up. Put me D. What?
I just Googled Kenny. He turned 60 this year. Renee, thank you.
Thank
so
you.
he's 60. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he was. I heard 6 in there somewhere. But
Jeez, I mean, not everybody can look like me at 75.
There you go. You look damn good. Older woman, that's right. I went for it. What can I say? She's a cougar.
Yeah, and I got to get my fan out.
But actually, I'm a cougar.
But you look younger than me, so it doesn't matter.
Will you cut that out? Stop saying that. No, I don't.
Yes, I think you look about like 25.
Yeah, okay.
26.
I wish, but thank you. That's very sweet of you. But man, I'm telling you, this season is going to be crazy. This season is just going to be absolutely crazy. Kelly had a fight with the daughter. Well, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that he's a cop and she's a badass. So cops and badasses don't mix.
Oh, no, I'm nowhere near 75. I use that as a joke to try to get people to go vegan.
Did somebody actually think you were 75?
Dolly said I don't look 75, so that was good. She didn't say that I look my age.
Oh, my God.
Molly's daughter, Buddha said something crazy to Kelly and challenged him and claims Kelly yoked her up. Oh, my. I don't believe anything that girls. I don't know. I don't see Kelly doing that. His demeanor, unless he was a really good actor, I feel like they were trying to set him up.
But why is he and Molly not together though? Because that may add up. You don't put your hands on my kid. You know what I mean?
And Cynthia, her friend, sided with Kelly, so apparently she's.
Oh,
that's the whole reason that's what Shay J just said. So now it makes me believe it even more that I don't think Kelly.
Wow, we got to go look into that one.
Yeah, we got to look at that. I didn't realize it was that juicy. I didn't even know about her getting in the fight. I didn't know. I thought they got in a fight over something with the business. I didn't know it was Jay. I heard that too, Shay J. It's the drama, JJ. Buddha said. Okay, yeah, we got to check that out. And poor Kelly, I don't think he signed up for all that drama, in my opinion. I feel like he was this peaceful guy.
I like Molly, but she's got some baggage.
She's got some drama with her.
Yeah. And her kids are, I wonder how the youngest one's doing.
I hope she's doing okay. Like she
That's
was
why
such a
Luis
sweetie.
or Ruiz or whatever his name was rolled out, because that, I believe he probably had that relationship set up before Molly, and he just used Molly to get over here because maybe the other girl couldn't afford to be his sponsor or something like that.
That's exactly what I think he did.
Yeah.
Renee said he moved to Georgia from New York. Wow, and he had moved everything there because that's right. He was a cop in New York.
He was a cop in New York.
So when he moved to Georgia, he probably had all this time on his hands and was trying to make her more domesticated, and she wasn't.
And you knew that was not happening.
Mm-hmm.
She's a businesswoman. She's
lady,
a reality star. Come on.
Yeah, she wasn't. They weren't lining up on that life once they probably got together.
Yeah.
We definitely got to go over one of these weeks too. Maybe you could do a because I've been watching Love in Paradise too.
Anybody watching Love in Paradise on here? Anybody watching Matched Me Abroad? I know
I
Jen's
love
watching.
that show. I love Harold and his
She loves
little.
the suspenders, his tape measure suspenders.
Buddha said she is. Like the lady said, "Oh, look, you're wearing the braces," and he didn't know what the heck she was talking about. Like, I'm not wearing braces, and she was calling his suspenders. The matchmaker lady, I guess. And he said, "Oh, I
that dude's
see.
weird. That
You call him
dude's
something
absolutely
different."
weird. Would you like
When
to see my rock collection?
I never felt as awkward as I did on his date, and it wasn't even me in the situation. When he said, "Are you attracted to me?" I was like, "Oh, Harold, no. You can't pick up those social cues." She's looking at you like,
It's on
no.
the spectrum though, so I mean, autistic people tend to be socially awkward. We had a guy working for us that had it, and he went in a restaurant. He would go in restaurants and just kind of lose it sometimes. But we had the patience to deal with him, but not everybody does. You know what I mean? Not everybody does. So but this guy seems like he's not that socially awkward. He's on a freaking TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In front of millions of people. So he's worked something out.
Some of these people, they try to like logically think of love, and he's not realizing that it's it's actually a feeling.
Love's not logical.
Emotion. Lydia got, yes, I watched that one too. Renee said,
Lydia and Scott. Wow.
Lydia got DJ dumped. Oh, okay. Lydia, I was laughing when Lydia got dumped. Failed foster dog mom. That was Dolly, and then failed foster dog mom said yes, Love in Paradise. Renee said I was laughing when Lydia got dumped, and Buddha said I laughed when the lady told Harold, "I'll find you." LOL. Right? Yeah. Wow. She was like, "If I want to talk to you, I'll come find you." Like, okay. And Dolly said,
Lydia got dumped.
Shay said I just got Max, and I'm gonna watch Match Me Abroad. And Buddha said, I'm not Team Lydia, but Scott is an ass, Renee. Right. Yeah, I think he is. And I think he went over there to try to get a little, sex action. And when he didn't get it, he started
ass. And
all of a sudden,
got two
why didn't you just buy one of those translator things? They don't sell them like
because he's cheap. You could tell he's cheap.
Like, why were you just, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get somebody," and he'd get a translator for 5 minutes.
When he didn't get ass, he was like, you know what? There's this other chick that I like. I think I'm just gonna pursue that. And then Nicole with her third degree shit, okay? And why didn't you give my mother money? It's like, first of all, you need to stay out of their relationship, okay? You didn't like it when she was in you and Alejandro's relationship.
She's returning the favor is what she's doing.
Yeah, she thought she was Barbara Walters or something sitting there interviewing. I will give Nicole kudos for learning English though.
Yeah,
I don't know what's taking Lydia so long, but Nicole, good job, girl. It's about that time.
This might inspire her because that was a big thing that she's going to remember that didn't work out. They couldn't connect. And she was a little bit standoffish and skeptical of him. She was almost like Nicole.
But for good reason, as it turns out.
It turns out she had a feeling, and it was true. I didn't like him ever since he was doing, like, putting the bow tie and stuff on the dog and the tutu. I thought he was weird from that point. I'm sorry. It was just a little creepy, that whole scene. Dolly said, phone is getting on my nerves. I saw that, Dolly. I was trying to keep up, but I know what you were trying to say. And Buddha said, I think Nicole was right. He's paying for pleasure. Yeah, when he couldn't get in, he was like, okay, I already spent money on 2 dinners and dancing. This ain't working. Give me a translator. I'm out.
Right. Lydia's like, no, I need more than that.
Scott is broke and homeless and can't get his dog from boarding. Failed foster dog mom with the inside information. I thought he was a respiratory therapist.
Who?
Scott. Lydia Scott?
Yeah.
He said he's broke and homeless and can't get his dog from boarding. Wow. And Buddha
Is
said,
Ron
hey,
still with his mom?
on Takeover Tuesday, do you want to do before 90 Day and 90 Day Paradise?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yes. And
So
we're going to have to
next week
start
I'll
at
set
6
that
o'clock.
Next week I'll start that. I know. You know what? Maybe, because I start at 8 o'clock because I feel like it might be better for some of you to come in a little later. But if I do multiple shows, maybe we should start it at like 7:30. And that way we can be finished up right around the same time. And some of you, hey, come in late, come in whenever. I'm just glad to have you. But maybe we'll start it a little earlier and go over like a couple of shows because by then the ultimatum stuff will be out, and I want to talk about that
we
too.
might be a triple play or something.
3 for 1, baby. 3 for 1.
I love it. And then we always get on some kind of like hot gossip in the chat. These ladies come with all the scoop like about all the ex 90 Day people. I love it. We
get it here first. We get it here first. Guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. I'm sure Jen's probably starving by now. So
wait, she said Scott is on TikTok crying in his car. We gotta Google this. Buddha says she's gotta look this up. I'm like, I had to say that. I know you were trying to wrap up.
What right now?
Like we're too in the heat of this gossip. I'm never eating. I would stay for that.
Wait a minute, let's look up the Razvan guy too. Let's go on TikTok.
Good night.
What is his name? What's Scott's name?
How are you doing?
Scott. Just put Scott and Lydia. I bet you'll find him.
What, on TikTok?
Well, no, you can't put that in TikTok. Does anybody know Scott's last name or what he is on TikTok? I'm going to open the window. This has made me I'm getting a hot flash now. I gotta know what's going on here. First Molly and Cynthia, and now the heat is off. It must just be getting warm. I'm like, did I mistakenly leave the heat on? Finally, maybe we're getting some summertime. Well, while she's looking for that, I just want to say thank you for having me on here. I'm so happy. I love all these guys. I love the crew down here. Our new people joining this evening, your ADT crew, our moderators, Buddha, Dolly, Renee, Shay J, failed foster dog mom coming in with all this interesting knowledge. Renee always gets us with one too. Oh, Buddha found it. She's going to send the link on TikTok.
Okay.
Wow, this is crazy. I can't get over this. I'm like, is he just trying to get money on TikTok? He also reminds me of that kind of guy.
That would do that, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, she sent the link. That is something else. I'm like, and then so what about the girl? I was laughing real quick while she's looking for that. The lady reminds me of me because I have an issue with sanitizing everything, and she went there and did you see the mother on the preview for this episode? I didn't see the new one yet, but when they're spraying the Lysol or whatever she brought on their actual hands, and like her face just cracked me up. I thought it was kind of rude the way she came off to the family when he she came off saying why would I move here? You can't support me. I thought that whole conversation didn't need to happen in front of his family. But I like her, she's cool entrepreneur and vegan. So, but it was funny. I was like, this whole thing with her with the cleaning thing is going to be definitely funny to watch. And then who else was I going to say? Okay. And then we got Juan, right? They're on Love in Paradise. Juan and the girl that's pregnant. I'm trying to think. And then it was Lydia and Scott. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting someone? Yeah, but I love it. We got to talk about all these shows. I'll get them together in my mind for next time. Oh, Shay J said, please follow up on the Molly situation. I heard she will not be on Pillow Talk. Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
That was some drama right there. But Molly just has like she just has a drama type personality, you know, and the girl was like just wanted her attention the whole time, and I felt like she didn't like that things were probably going well. You know, I don't know, something
Oh,
just
I don't. Hmm,
isn't right with that whole thing. I don't know, and I don't know
oh,
people. Dolly, good
okay.
night. Thank you for coming. You are the
It's
coolest.
weird,
The
Buddha.
J
It's
Crew
not.
is the
I'm clicking
coolest.
it, but it's not. It's not doing anything. She sent me the link, but I don't know. It's just like black
I'm gonna check that out
letters. It's
then
not
while
on the
we're
link, but
cooking.
yeah, we'll look at that and we'll follow up and we'll have a update for you guys next week, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Love you guys so much, everybody from ADT family. Thank you for stopping in. And Buddha, thank you for being the best moderator on YouTube. Dolly Bush, Renee Revelinsky, Shay J, Old School. What was the other name, Jen? It was a long one, right?
Uh,
Like a dog. The
Failed
dog. What?
foster dog mom.
Failed
There was
foster
somebody
dog
else that
mom. Thank
popped in.
you.
It was like
Rap God
Rap got
Reloaded.
reloaded, but then one more. I think it was somebody from ADT, if I'm not mistaken. Here, let me.
Was it Jason?
Well, I don't know the real names. I just RGR
Oh,
was
right, right, right,
here,
right, right,
and
right, right. L2, LN2, or
yeah,
something
so
like that.
something I'm gonna find it here. LNT Motor.
LNT Motor.
Failed
Thank
foster.
you
All these
all.
names, like we got to get what their real names are. I'm gonna lose my
Everybody
voice.
do me a favor that did not already smash the like button. Smash the like button for me. It helps the algorithm and helps push the content forward so we get more subscribers. We're at 1203, looking to get over to 1500. I'm sure we can get this thing done. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Have a fantastic
Old
week.
school said,
Have a
make that
fantastic
money. And
weekend.
Buddha said, get her to 15,000.
Yeah, baby. And if you're looking to, you've got questions about maybe trying a new diet or going plant-based, you're trying to improve your health or lose weight, check out Vegan Knowledge on Mondays at Meatless Monday. Buddha's always over there with us, and we'll give you some tips on how to improve your health
Buddha's gonna come
mentally,
tell us how
physically.
she feels after a week of fruit.
Buddha's eating fruit. So yeah, man, I love you guys. I always have a ball. I look forward to each Tuesday that I'm with you guys. So I will see you next Tuesday with the new Before the 90 Days and the Ultimatum and Love in Paradise. And you guys have. I always try to go out so cool,
Thank you.
but then I gotta mess up because I got it all on the screen and look. Y'all have a good one.